guys, and welcome back to some more Hypixel SkyBlock. Last stream, we touched over the brand new chili collection, which it turns out I'm actually #1 in right now. So we are gaming, dude. I cannot wait to be able to craft habanero tactics bucks en masse and just charge people billions for crafting them. It's going to be brilliant. I'm going to make all of my money back. But today, the stream is sort of focusing on the fourth entry in the collection, the Entropy Suppressor, which is a brand new reforged stone specifically for the Blaze Slayer daggers. What this reforge actually does is it gives you +2 magic find if you use it regularly. I don't know why it says 75 strength and 55 crit damage. It doesn't actually give that. It only gives it if you have the Wisp Pet equipped, as you can see on the bottom half. And it also makes you deal 2x damage to fire pillars, like I even see them when I use a G-Drag, but not too bad. Breaking 1 grants +30 true defense and +1.15x damage for 60 seconds, which is not so bad. It's still much worse than using a golden dragon pet because the withered reforge gives you 200 strength, which is better than the 75 strength and the 55 crit damage. And, you know, 1.15x damage, you're still not going to touch G-Drag levels of damage whatsoever. But there's a little bit of a bug right now, which makes not only Blaze Slayer a breeze, but everything in Hypixel SkyBlock a little bit easier because all you need is one of these. Not quite the one that's 2.2 billion coins. Let's go over here. There you go. 600,000 coins, you know, cheaper than like most talismans in the game. And you gain a permanent +1.15x damage, and you gain a permanent +30 true defense, which is no insignificant amount, especially during Blaze Slayer, because for some reason, as you can see at the top right, Cold Fusion, the effect you get from that reforge, is granted in the God Potion. So yeah, you can pretty much just abuse that to the end of days, man. It's great. Before we actually hop into the Smoldering Tomb, though, there is one other item in the collection that got added, which also makes Blaze Slayer a bit of a breeze, which you'll unlock at Chili Pepper 1, the Reheated Gummy Polar Bear, which is a really cheap craft, which gives you the Smoldering Polarization effect for 1 hour, and unfortunately, this one is not included in the God part, but it grants +10% combat XP from blazes and pacifies all nearby blazes while you're fighting the bosses, so you no longer have to drag them up top, which is heaven on earth. I'm glad we have that. I'm glad we have the Wisp potions up in here to just stack a billion true defense with like my permanent Cold Fusion, which has apparently been patched now, which is a shame, but I have it for like another 21 hours, so you bet I'm going to abuse the crap out of it and mess up these blazes. You're about to see something magical with how free this Slayer is right now, because as if all of this stuff wasn't enough, they also buffed the Sub-Zero Wisp Pet at all levels, where it now grants even more combat XP from blazes. You can see at this level it grants +50% more, bro. That is crazy. Look how few kills I need to spawn my boss. I need 45 kills to spawn a T4 blaze. Like, what is going on, man? This is crazy. You can literally fly through these Slayers at a pace that is like unprecedented. This soon enough is gonna be like Tarantula Slayer, I am telling you, especially with all this free true defense. And I completely forgot Champion was a thing, dude. All right, so for those of you that haven't seen Champion, it is a brand new enchant that you can buy in the Bits shop, which will give you extra combat XP, and every second hit on a mob grants you coins and XP orbs. It's a cracked enchant. It starts at level 1. You can only apply it at level 1, but the more combat XP you earn with the weapon that you put it on, the more it will level up, and obviously it caps at level 10 with another +10%. So I can get even fewer than 45 kills to spawn this thing. Look at this. Look how many blazes are looking at me right now. Normally I would be dead within a millisecond, but nope, we're up in here using a G-Drag, not even our Sub-Zero Wisp, and none of them are daring to shoot their fireballs at me, man. Even when I accidentally attack them, they don't attack me, which is slightly different from how Void Glooms work, because if you aggro the Endermen, they will absolutely clap you in the middle of your bosses. But yeah, 133 true defense while doing this boss down here in full crimson armor. I can't wait to get that full habanero tactics enchant, because that's another +20% damage and more healing from my wand. I'm just never gonna die to these things anymore. I mean, yeah, they're gonna patch the Cold Fusion bug, or already have patched it, but this boss is just so much easier now. And with the changes to Inferno minions, it's actually pretty profitable, I can't lie. The distillates are hella coin. I mean, you saw I just dropped 17 glowstone distillate. That's a nice 1.1 million coins. That was worthless beforehand. If I get Gabagool distillate, bro, we are printing money. Oh, it feels good to be doing Blaze Slayer in the caves. This is how it was intended to be played, lads. Oh, Scorch bucks off my second boss. Cal, when you shower, what do you use to make that forehead so shiny? Bro, I play SkyBlock. You think I shower? I actually can't get over how easy this is now. I mean, the Cold Fusion Reforge is actually a pretty sick idea for like mid-game players, which is weird to say when we're talking about Blaze Slayer, which is supposed to be like the most end-game Slayer ever. But you know, if you don't have a G-Drag and you can only do this boss with a Wisp pet out, it's actually kind of nice, I can't lie. Especially since now, and I'm so sorry in advance because this is my fault. One of my suggestions made it into the game, guys. Can we get a like for that? Quickly press that like button before I tell you what my change was. Because Sorrow Armor's true defense has been nerfed by quite a lot. The chest plate used to give what, like 200? Now it only gives 85. So if you were barely scraping by wearing a Sorrow chest plate before, might be worth looking into a Wisp pet and the Cold Fusion Reforge. I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I wanted to talk a bit about those changes because people are kind of angry at me. And I'm sorry, but I feel like it had to be done. Hear me out, lads. If you look at Blaze Slayer, all of the upgrades, all of the bonuses, all of the potions, everything, they're all focused around true defense. And what do you get? You get like +3 true defense per upgrade. It's such a hard stat to acquire. And yet you wear one piece of Sorrow Armor and you are literally invincible to this boss. Sorrow Armor is not that expensive and it just removed like any progression from this Slayer. I feel like it just had to be done. The Slayer plays so much nicer now and it's actually kind of worth getting all of these expensive items to earn the true defense, because before you didn't need any of it, bro. What's the point in having an SOS flare for the extra, what, 25 true defense? You can laugh at that, bro. Just wear a Sorrow chest plate, you get like 10 times that amount. So I feel like it was a necessary nerf for the balance of this Slayer, and I am sorry. But to be fair, I did get them to compensate and add a perk to it where if you wear it, you still get reduced damage from ghosts. So I'm sorry. Thank you for the 2 as well. Close Rafa saying, so it's better now to break the pillars or cloak. If you have the Cold Fused Reforge, yes, it's better to break the pillars because you get that true defense and you get the extra slight damage boost. But that only works if you have a Wisp pet out, which I feel like a lot more people can start experimenting with now that Sorrow's in the bin. But truthfully, I feel like a lot of people will probably just switch to using 2 Sorrow pieces instead. Honestly, there's a lot more options with this Slayer now that I really like. I'm just kind of sad that the Reforge is only useful if you don't have a G-Drag and if you're really struggling against the boss. That 1.15x damage with a Sub-Zero Wisp pet is gonna do nothing compared to how strong a G-Drag makes you. It just does feel kind of bad, man, to have a Sub-Zero Wisp pet that I can't even use during the boss. The best thing, honestly, is the buff to the amount of combat XP you get off of it, bro. 50% is a massive chunk of combat XP boost, and it makes spawning the boss is a breeze. There's no doubt about that. But I still wish it was the meta pet for this Slayer. But I don't think that's the direction the admins seem to want to take it in. And I kind of understand it because, yeah, with a G-Drag, it is the best pet in the game, and you do have the trade-off of being like super squishy with it. But still, it does kind of suck to have like a 6 billion coin pet designed specifically for this Slayer that is not the best option for this Slayer. Whew. Almost had me, bro. Oh my days. 27,000 combat experience for killing a red boy? What? That is a ridiculous amount of XP, dude. No wonder I'm spawning these things like crazy. Also, another reason Blaze Slayer is actually hella pog right now is because of all the minion changes and because of the new Vertex and Apex recipes and everything. Molten Powder has kind of shot up in price, which means Derelict Ash has also kind of shot up in price. So every single one of these bosses is even more profit because you're guaranteed those after every boss, and they're kind of juicing right now. What are Molten Powder prices right now? Yeah, Jesus Christ. So if I make a T10 minion, it has a perk where every apex it drops is doubled, right? And if Derpy's about to become mare, that means 1 minion generating an apex will generate 4 of them. That's kind of crack. But to do that, there's literally not enough in the bazaar to fill my inventory with them. This is what I'm talking about with how profitable this Slayer is right now, bro. I think everyone's kind of sleeping on the gummy bears. It's crazy how much of a difference they make. I feel like I'm flying through these bosses so much more because I don't have to meticulously drag one up all the way to the top every single time. The Slayer just flows so much better, and the craft is so cheap. I know the Chili Pepper collection is like super exclusive. It is literally unlocked at like level 1, but I know the minions are not cheap by any regard. But if you search for a gummy bear on the I believe they're around like 500k coins right now. And if you're playing Blaze Slayer, it's absolutely worth investing in one. It only lasts for an hour, but in that hour, you can be so much more efficient that I definitely think you'll make your money back and more. Yo, Gabagool Distillate. How much is this stuff stuff worth right now? 3 millers. Oh my god, 8.3 mil just off the distillate I've been dropping. Oh, this Slayer is bussing right now, you know. Oh, wait. Yo, I completely forgot. They actually changed the Wisp pets a little bit more. They didn't just add the extra combat XP from blazes. They also gave it a whole extra 5 true defense, chat. And they changed the regenerate mana perk's name from cold fusion to ephemeral stability. Ooh, the pet is saved. The pet honestly makes me so sad. Alongside my suggestions for Sorrow Armor, I did make a load for the Wisp pet. The admins seem to have gone about it in a very strange way by making this whole new cold fusion reforge with these perks that are specific if you use the pet, which I think is pretty unique. But the problem is the pet just has no melee viability. That is its problem. Giving it another 5 true defense and adding a little bit more combat XP is not really gonna do a whole lot. That's why I completely forgot that they made those at the changes. I think the Wisp pet is still far from balanced, but the 50% combat XP, I really can't lie. That is juicing, bro. I'm flying through these slayers. You need someone with radio. We have a radio gamer. Oh yeah, I completely forgot the radio also got buffed. It's now a 55 block radius, which is actually huge. Thank you, admins. I appreciate that. That's all this item needed. So yes, if we have a radio gamer, I'll absolutely take the plus 1% combat XP. No, I'll actually be invincible with another 40 true defense. Damn. Ooh, the only weird part about having a radio partner now is obviously we're doing our bosses in the caves, not on the surface. So will we always be next to each other? Hopefully that 55 block range comes in clutch, you know. I constantly have this fear in the back of my head that my gummy bear is about to expire and all of these blazes that are just chilling, pacified around me are just gonna all turn around, lock onto me like and just nuke me like that, man. That's not what I need in my life. Fraction, check famous people from Birmingham on Wikipedia. No way one of you idiots edited me into that list. I refuse to believe it. Yo, duplex. Oh, it's still worth racks. We love to see that. List of people from Birmingham. I feel like this would be a very, very long list if it was every person in Birmingham. But let's see. Famous people born. Callum. No Callums. Have you put me... No way. Wait, I'm in G to M? Fam, I mean, clearly it's not legit if whoever added me to this does not even know the alphabet, but that's pretty cool, I guess. Even if my page links to physics, not even to anything about me. I can't believe I'm actually on this list. What the hell? Yo, I'm up here with Ozzy Osbourne, boys. Let's go. No way. What's easier, T3 Blaze Slayer or T4 E-Man Slayer? T3 Blaze Slayer. T4 Blaze Slayer is easier than T4 E-Man Slayer, in my opinion. I think Blaze is far, far, far easier than Enderman. All you need for this Slayer is true defense. The way I would approach Blaze Slayer, if you're struggling, right, especially with all of these changes, is get as much true defense in your setup as you can and do a boss, and you will see how ridiculously easy it is because you pretty much cannot die if you have a ton of true defense. And then you want to make tweaks where you bring your true defense down at the cost of some of your damage and you try and find a balance. That is how you do this Slayer. And that's also why I thought Soul Armor needed a change, because the more you progress in this Slayer and the more items you get from this Slayer, the more your true defense goes up so you can keep your damage high as well. But fundamentally, that is literally all you need to do with this Slayer. I have no doubt that you could wear like full Sorrow Armor and a Wisp pet. Even if you're not endgame, you could probably sit there and tank a T4 Blaze. You just obviously wouldn't do enough damage to kill it before it despawns. So that is where I'd recommend starting off and just building from there and swapping some reforges and armor pieces and things out for damage. And then obviously the ultimate goal is to ditch the Wisp pet entirely and use like a G-Drag or something, and then you just slice through them like butter. Another thing I guess you could do with this Slayer is you could put the true defense power scrolls on the daggers. How much does that give you? 10 true defense for 5 seconds when you right click? Bro, that's actually a lot, you know. Every single time you swap attunement. Ooh, I dropped an Archfiend dice. Ooh, it's been a while. I'm gonna try my luck. I'm gonna try my luck again. You know what? That'll do me. We're gonna sell it off now. How much is this thing worth? That's not too bad. Okay, we're still profiting. We got the plus 30 HP. Wait, that now means I'm at 5,000 health. Yo, that's actually cracked in Crimson Armor. What the hell? Cal tactical insertion when? Bro, the name of that item is just mad. Truthfully, I haven't showcased it yet because I fear that if I put that in a thumbnail, Susan is gonna strike my video down. I mean, not just that, but what on earth is the point of it? I don't know when this would ever be useful. Maybe there's some like undiscovered meta with it, but whatever it is, it's beyond me. The Gorilla 1 damage works on Blaze Slayer without getting reduced by Hellion Shield? You're trying to scam me into crafting one, aren't you? No way that actually works. Don't say you're about to actually make me craft a tactical tactical insertion. That item just sounds like a joke. You know what? Next stream, maybe. What is going on in here? It's a frenzy. It feels like I'm not killing anything. Also, boys, we hit a milestone. After all this time, if we do / playtime, we made it to 3,000 hours of my life wasted on Hypixel SkyBlock. I announced it in my guild. I was relieved to know that I actually have the lowest playtime in my guild. I have the highest grass collection at least, so I will take that. But yeah, 3,000 hours in Hypixel SkyBlock, man. What am I doing with my life? That is mental. Duplex again? Oh, we love to see that, lads. But anyways, I think that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. And I'll see you all soon. Peace.